In our infant community, our teachers really focus on the children who are 6 weeks to 16 months, meeting their needs on demand, as well as continue progressing them into their toddler schedule so that they are fully prepared for when they transition out into our toddler classroom at 16 months. In our environment here, we have a lot of natural wood materials. The kids are working with sensorial, a lot of different textures that they can orally feel as well as tactilely feel. If you notice, there's nothing in our classroom that restricts the young child from freedom of movement. Montessori is really big in movement. We want the young child who isn't quite ready to roll over yet to still have the ability to explore their environment. So we're putting them on a natural floor bed for them to have an opportunity to explore something that their teacher has provided them. But those that are crawling and rolling over and beginning to walk, we want them to be able to do that whenever they feel. So we are not going to put them in an exercise or a bouncy seat or swing. Everything is low to the ground, very accessible to the children. Even our tables during mealtime are low to the ground. The young infant, older toddler can walk and easily pull the chair out and be able to sit in. So that they feel empowered and have that confidence to try to do for themselves, which we also encourage a lot of that at mealtime, especially when a child is beginning to transition from being spoon-fed into more table foods that they can pick up using and practice using their pincer grasps. We do eating and sleeping on demand, so our teachers will meet with you prior to starting to know your child's schedule. We will follow that accordingly and work with you as they change their routine. Every young child has their own crib. Once they get into the toddler age, we start preparing them for nap time in the toddler room and get them transitioned from a crib to a cot. So we always want to make sure that we're preparing the child for what's to come next in an environment that they've been really engaged in for a long time with their caregivers and teachers. And so it works best when we have that in their current classroom and help them get ready to transition out. Everything is stored in the fridge for this age group. And we do a live parent app, so you can get up-to-date information on a diaper change, a feeding, when your child's down for a nap or has woken up. That also is part of our program, is a digital daily app for our parents to be able to see that. And it's also another communication tool that we have for our families to be able to communicate with their lead teacher. If there's a change in a pickup, or the teacher might want to message you in regards to something really cool that they captured your child doing throughout the day and want to send that picture over to you. In our infant communities, our teachers really strive at meeting their students' needs. From an infant that is 6 weeks old to an infant that is 16 months old. And the nice thing is that the reason why we have a mixed age group in an infant classroom is that even a child at 3 months old is having a role model in the classroom. A 15-month-old who's walking and starting to repeat words, making new sounds. That 3-month-old's mind is just soaking it all in. And so our environment really lends itself to that. Our teachers carefully prepare the infant environment so that a young child who's learning how to hold an item for the first time has several different rattles to learn how to hold, from something a lot larger to something smaller and different sound. To an older infant who can now start doing puzzles and has more of a whole hand grasp, and that's starting to practicing their pincer grasp at the table during self-feeding. They're able to practice that too during their work time. A lot of our materials here are natural wood. We want the children to see the items and not have something loud and that doesn't allow them to take away what their mind is seeing the image as. A lot of language development is going on. The teachers are talking to their students throughout the day, from the time they get a diaper change and talking to them, making that connection. We're big on relationship building. We're big on connection. And we're big on making sure that the children feel safe. We really protect our infant community. The parents drop off at the door, and so that our environment stays clean, and we allow the children to feel safe. Many of them begin to feel some separation from mom and dad, and so we want to protect their trust in their environment. And so our teachers really strive each and every day to work really hard with their students to meet their needs, to build a trusting relationship, and to create that home-like atmosphere. So we'd love for you to join our infant community. If you have any questions or want to come in and personally see our environment in action, you may do so. We invite you to come in and get a real glimpse into our school community. So being a Montessori school, we have a lot of natural wood materials, and health and safety for our students and our staff is our #1 priority. Here we have a Zono machine. It's actually a sanitizing cabinet that all of our teachers use on a daily basis. From our infants who are very oral, this is just another layer of sanitizing that we do to make sure that the materials that are in their environment are as clean as possible. To our pre-primary students who are working with materials every day, and it has a lot of different hands touching them, we want to make sure that those materials stay clean and sanitized as well. So every day our teachers take the cart to their classroom, load up their items, anything from crayons, markers, plastic materials, wood materials, boppy pillows, cots, whatever it is that they want to sanitize. We take it, wheel it into the Zono machine, which uses ozone. So it's actually using oxygen, which helps us eliminate the use of harsh chemicals here at our school. And it's cleaning everything and sanitizing everything from the inside out, our porous materials and non-porous materials. So we're as effective as we can in keeping our students and our staff as healthy as possible. We understand at Brighton Montessori that it is really important for us to have open communication with our families. One of our core values is partnership. And so we have a digital daily app through Kangaroo Time that all parents receive access to when they enroll here at our school. And the nice thing is that you get live feed as far as your infant and toddler, whether they've had a diaper change, their meal, nap time, and it's also a nice communication tool throughout the day that you and your child's teacher can communicate back and forth through our text messaging system. Parents are able to have pictures sent to them, as well as it's a communication tool that we use as a whole school to connect with our families for any important information that we need to send out. So our teachers really make sure that they are keeping up to date with this Kangaroo Time app, so that way you know exactly what's going on in your child's day at school. If you know that this is an environment that you've been looking for your child to be able to grow and learn at their own pace, along with building strong relationships with their peers and with their teachers, we encourage you to come in for a tour, see our classrooms in action, meet our teachers, and just really absorb what our true Montessori environment would do for your child. We look forward to seeing you real soon.